So a little of my history and how it kind of relates back to this idea of modular curtain wall construction. This is some consulting work I did with Valley Terracotta very early. I designed and created and built. You can see this is the erection of the trade show booth. I had the great opportunity of being able to come up with some tile designs, fixture systems. I did the graphics, the panel configurations, the monitors, the video output. So this is a very rewarding way to kind of be able to play with the product. These were early introductory exhibits that Boston Valley initiated as they were getting into the rain screen cladding market. And this is just to kind of connect what's being done on at the exhibit level, at the development level within the corporation. This is a few years later. This is a FX Fowl. I don't know what their name is currently. This is the Roswell Park Research Center in the medical community in Buffalo, New York. And you can see a lot of the ideas about texturing and panelization. And I'm just kind of connecting that to my interest just so you can understand where I'm coming from when I discuss some of these issues. A lot of the things that we look at developing and building get built in the real world. And one of the neat things about this project is this is a modular cassette system. So you can see here in the illustration of this going up, we have a bunch of different modules combined to create a very interesting and unique facade. So we have baguette systems, we have solid tiles, and we have full panel glazing systems. And they come together, and you can see this is a harness over here to lift this module into place. So it's not unlike the idea of thinking about this cassette and its deflections under wind loading. We're supported between two floor systems. So these are very common to what we're doing in this lab. This is in a recording, so we'll discuss the rain screen quiz in a live class. And this, I wanted to kind of like say these are not unique things that we're doing. They have a long history to them. There's a Bauhaus graphic of a high-rise to me that looks very contemporary. And these are some projects that are being done today, which are many times these are modular cassette-based systems, and we can offer a lot of variation and interest in the facades that we develop like this. Another technique that's becoming significant is the idea of these picture framing, not necessarily unique, but unique in maybe the modularization of it, but the idea of picture framing our glazing systems into a facade composition. So here we have modules that might be, this may be a unique precast module of concrete, and then a glazed module that gets inserted within that system to build up the relationship of the modules. They may have different ultimate shapes to them and fit together more puzzle-like. I offer this only just to expand your thinking about what a glazing system is, or what a panelized glazing system or curtain wall system. Also, don't forget that these are still rain screens. One of the, I guess at this point, what happens is that the rain screen becomes a very small component, but still a very important component. It gets pushed off to the edges because you have these very large uniform glaze systems. But we still have to deal with the ideas of ventilation and the way we move water through the system, and what happens with pressure differentials and how we break those pressure differentials. But these are some nice graphics of connection details and some views of extrusions. And this is a nice graphic of that idea of a section of a curtain wall. I'm showing you these just to kind of inform you on what we're going to do in our lab and how we should aspire to these kind of presentations. This is a resource by Enclosed. They have an advanced technology studio. This is a hyperlink to their website. They have a rich bunch of publications and resources there. I invite you to experience it. They're one of the leaders in this kind of modular curtain wall construction. And I also wanted to introduce you to this concept of that aluminum extrusion and how it's made. So this is a quick video, and I'll go full screen with this. And I may have sound going with it, I'm not sure, but I'm not really concerned with that. I'm going to go ahead and play. This is very short. We're looking at, and I'll kind of narrate it a little bit here over the music. This is an aluminum billet being pushed into an oven to heat it so that we can get it into a plastic region. And we are now going to extrude it through a die in order to, well, actually, we're not through the die yet. We're just pushing it out to the heating element. Now we're going to push it, sorry about that. Now we're going to push it into the extruder itself. So you can see it going down below and getting loaded in. Pushed into position, and then under a great deal of pressure pushed in to extrude out the other side, which we'll see here. So now it's coming out just like a Play-Doh machine to a net shape. They're showing you it here. These parts are curved as they come out of there, and they tension those in order to make them straight. You'll notice also how long they are. They can easily be 20 feet long or longer. And then they're going to go through and either anodize it, which is a electrochemical treatment to protect the aluminum from oxidation, or through a paint line where they will pre-treat it to prepare it for painting, and then run it through probably a vertical painting system and then bake it. And here's secondary operations happening to it: cut to size, holes drilled, machining. So here we have a milling operation that's making some cuts on that material. To prepare it to become part of a final component. So we'll escape out of that, and we'll go back to our slideshow, and I'll try to go back to full screen here. And so there's going to be a lot of, hopefully by going through the lab, it'll make you think about the components, the elements, and how they relate to the structural systems. So here you can learn a lot from photographs. These are photographs that caught my eye. It obviously indicates the idea of the panelization, but you can see these clips on the system, and you can see clips on the building that will be the receivers of these. They're slotted. They're I don't know the specific functions here. So we have our aluminum extrusions, our glazing systems, and we have this attachment of clips, and they look like they're embedded into a groove system that allows them to be adjustable. This is a little conjecture on my part, but I'm just trying to grab some information from what I'm visually seeing on this. Okay, so this is a kind of a quick overview. I'm going to break this video here, and we'll come back to this one Vanderbilt. This is a case study of a curtain wall construction, and I had some experience or some relationship with this, so I think it's fun to kind of go through it and discuss it. So we'll pick that up next.